A crabby-looking woman looked over at her sour-looking husband and said, you promised you'd take care of me for the rest of your life. And he looked back at her and said, I didn't know I was going to live this long. In Toronto, Ontario, Canada, you got a premier there. She's a woman. Naturally, she would be a woman. Hey, she's homosexual and she's liberal. I mean, hey, what else could possibly go wrong with this picture? Let me tell you a story now about what she's doing with the children. She wants to sexualize the children in Ontario. She's passed laws now that say, starting in grade 1, all the kids will be taught about same-sex marriages and masturbation and all the other good things in her world. Wow, and all the people who are protesting against that and saying that's bad stuff, she in turn throws it back at them like all liberals you would expect. You call somebody a name, and in this case she says, you guys are just homophobic. Well, you know what, if you look it up in the dictionary, firstly let me say, of course we are, but if you look it up, it clearly says that if you have a homophobic thing going on, that only means that you're uncomfortable with homosexuality. It doesn't mean you hate anybody, it means you're uncomfortable, and a lot of people are very uncomfortable that she is going to sexualize the children of a nation, of a province, subsequently a nation. Wow, that's pretty heavy stuff. That's just bad stuff, and I sure hope that it gets turned over. Whatever, Obama. He says, now I'm going to ban bullets. He's using his executive actions to impose gun control on the nation. It reminds me of a story I did a couple of years ago on him. It was about automobiles, and I related it to that. And at that time I said, you know, it's kind of like if you don't want people to drive cars because you think it's bad for the environment, but you know if you outlaw cars, you're going to have a revolution. So what do? You close the gas stations, and that's what he's trying to do now. Do it some way. This is my agenda. I want to disarm the people. He's a bad guy. I mean, that's just bad stuff. The good news in America, though, is you got a lot of state law. Unlike Canada, you have state governors and other people who have their own minds and kind of do what they want to do, and they have their own rules, and I think he's got a tough battle. We can only hope. In Ottawa, Canada, Deborah Coyne, she's a Liberal. She ran for the leadership of the Liberal Party against Justin Trudeau, and now she says, I'm crossing over and I'm going to join the Green Party because, you know, I might as well be a defector because it hasn't worked so well for me here. What does that matter? I mean, to go to the Green Party is just a Liberal in a hurry anyway. Priceline, I use them quite a bit when I fly around, and I just wanted to share with you. It's got nothing to do with nothing other than they make a bunch of money. I didn't know this. $500 million or close to it for the last quarter. Wow, I didn't know they were that big. Okay, let me tell you now about Utah legislators. They sit around and I guess they just really reach for something to do. Hey, this particular day, I guess they hadn't created a law yet, and they said, let's pass a law now to ban cyclists from drive-thrus. I saw a guy the other day at McDonald's. He went through on his bicycle and he got a hamburger. I mean, it's all right if you do it on a horse or in a car, a convertible car. You can even walk up to the window, but a bicycle? Come on. I mean, maybe they're thinking if you're out being healthy, you're not supposed to have a hamburger. I mean, do they want to be in control that much? I mean, just another dumb law. $150,000 was spent on a gown, to create a gown that was only worn one time at the Academy Awards recently, and now it's been stolen. That's got nothing to do with nothing, but 150 grand for a gown. Good grief, y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.